What's up guys, and welcome to my channel Flame Over 4. In this video we're going to be doing stage 82 left front door glass and locking mechanism for the build the Ecto-1. So the first thing we need to do is go grab all our pieces out, which are just here. We do need the door from the previous issue, so we'll leave that there while we get all the bits out. We'll see what we've got and we'll check them off. Okay guys, now that you've checked all your pieces off, what we need to do now is just check that all of them are okay and they're not damaged. So just make sure you look through, check that everything is there from your guide list, which will be found at the front of the magazine. So I'll just quickly show you where that is. So if you just flick through and go through the start, it will tell you your parts, but it gives you a guide of where the parts are in the front and what they should look like, and if you've got them all, just to make sure, so you know you're not missing anything. Right, so the first thing it wants us to do, it wants us to go and grab 82B, which is this section here. And then what it's asking for us to do, it wants us to just pop it in the top of the door here. So as you can see, it should just fall into place, which it does. So that sits in along the top there. It needs two SM screws to go along the top, which are the smaller ones that are just here. So those are the two screws at the top there. So there's an SM screw there, and then there's an SM screw here. And then if you move the trim, that shouldn't be able to move, but you should be able to see those two screws in the top section, like that. So they look pretty good. So what we need to do now is we just need to pop this down without breaking any of the bits underneath, and then just check what it's saying for us to do. So it's saying for us to grab 82C, which we can do, which is this curved corner section here. And what it's saying is it wants us to put this into position over the top of these two. So it sits in and kind of curves that edge around like that, which kind of hides the hinge on the inside as well. So that looks really nice. And then what it's saying for us to do is just pop a couple of DM screws in place. So we can go grab those two DM screws. Right guys, so once you've done that there, as you can see here, this is 82C, which fits into that section there, and then it's just held in by one DM screw there, and then another DM screw just in that corner, just down there. So what it's asking for us to do now is to take this next section here, which is 82D, and it wants us to just slot that into place down here. You just need to be careful, make sure that everything lines up okay. And then that should hopefully sit in place nicely. There we go. So you just want to make sure it slits or slots in like that, so it's kind of nice and round there, and then it sits in place perfectly. And then there's another two DM screws, just one here and one there. We'll pop those in and we'll be back in just a second. Right guys, once that's in place, you should have something that looks a bit like that. So that corner section is just in place here. You've got two screws just holding it in there, like so. So we're just going to pop that down and have a quick look at what we're going to be doing next. So it says that we're going to be fitting the lock mechanism. So not too sure how easy or how hard that's going to be, but it looks like we've got a few things to put together. So you will need to take a spring, and you will need to take 82F, which looks a little bit like this. On the end of here, you will need to put the spring, which is 82G. And then you will need to put 82E, which is just this other section here, that goes over the top, just like that. So it can go with a couple more turns, I guess, but so far you will kind of get an idea of how it looks. So that is the lock mechanism here. So as you can see, you push that in and that'll move that spring. But it's quite clever. So as you can see, it goes through there, it sits into this recess here, and then there is just a DM screw holding that all in. And then when it pushes there, that's where the lock will click into place. I don't know whether that will have anything to do with the handle. I don't think it will. But as you can see, it's pretty cool. We're going to quickly check to see what we need to do next. So it looks like we're just putting a couple of little bits of sticky tape, which are just here, and they're going to go along the top of the window. So what they will do is when the window glass is in place in here, this window will slide up underneath there. I don't want to do it because I don't want it to scratch it. So that will go up underneath there and then slide up into position where it's got to go. And to stop it scratching on the plastic, you will need these two little bits of fabric here. So we're going to just struggle and try and peel them, and then we're going to stick them along the top of the window frame. They are really fiddly, but we're going to go ahead and do those, guys, and we'll show you when we'll be back in just a sec. Alright then, guys, so as you can see there, these are the two little bits of, I guess, felt, shall we say. So what they'll do is they'll protect the glass scratching when it's put into position. So I'm just going to lay that in and then just show you. So when that lifts up and goes into position, you'll have a door that looks like that. How cool is this? Absolutely incredible. Look at it. It's really nice. So we will be making up the mechanism for the inside, but as that slides down, as you can see there, where that them two bits of fabric have been put in place, they'll stop that scratching on the plastic, and it won't scratch up the perspex every time you take it up and down. Although with a model you don't tend to take them up and down too often, but there you go. Just pop that down into place. Right, so it's just talking a little bit about the Magic Factory, which is really incredible. And then Party Like It's 1989. There we go. Just so much incredible stuff in it, guys. Celebrating the ghost heads. So we're guessing the ghost heads are the fans of the Ghostbusters. So nice little read, Ecto 101. And then, guys, in the next set of issues, we're going to be doing coming soon, issue 23. We're going to be building this lot, so I cannot wait to do this with you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel just by clicking down here. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Set the bell so you don't miss out on any more videos that are up and coming. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.